Hey guys, Rinji here. Once again bringing you the worst out of the VTuber community. And to round up the spooky month of October, it's Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. And really, you have to understand sometimes when I seek out content for my YouTube videos and my Twitter stuff, I usually don't expect a very big rabbit hole to form below it. It's usually a surface level issue that can be easily understood by everyone. And it really baffles the mind that sometimes something as weirdly innocent as, another VTuber award show may lead you down a path that's pretty damn creepy, if I do say so myself. Why? Well, because masquerading something in the form of a VTuber award show by a company that wants to sell you a product, wants you sell you a product that is also connected to sucking out the soul out of the industry of VTubing itself, is something else entirely. And today's video is going to be a long one, as there's a lot of stuff to cover with this whole the global VTuber award show account that I found on Twitter. And this is a pretty recent thing, and I did cursory digging into what's behind it, and it's baffling. It's baffling and surprising. But without further ado, let's get right into that story. So the Global VTuber Awards, or at the VTuber Awards on Twitter, currently X, is this promotional account for the upcoming VTuber Awards. And the description says, the official Global VTuber Awards, honoring the best individuals in the VTuber community. Want to get in touch? And there's their email. And also a link to their website. This is seemingly all normal. There have been a lot of bigger and smaller VTuber award shows going on, usually done by smaller and bigger indies. There's also been things organized by Twitch and YouTube too, I believe. So this is very normal on the surface, like nothing to be concerned about. But there are already a few red flags, a few suspicious things when it comes to this. Normally, when you see a Twitter account that has this ratio of following to followers, meaning a whole lot more following than followers, you usually think of an account that does the old follow for follow method, meaning they mass follow people in order to get follow backs. This does increase some of their reach, but it also stifles some of their reach when it comes to how X works nowadays, as the algorithm kind of makes your account less visible when your following ratio is this much higher compared to your followers. This is mainly, I assume, to battle bot accounts that would do mass following and mass spamming campaigns just to get attention. So it's all normal on that front as well, but it's still very suspicious. And how does this account actually behave? Well, this is their mission statement, since this account was made at the end of September. We've seen lots of talks of PNG VTuber not being involved in any sort of VTuber awards. We're changing that. This November we'll be hosting the official VTuber awards where any and all VTubers can be nominated. Who's excited? Hashtag VTubers. We're excited to announce our first official VTuber awards. Moving forward, they also quote retweet and retweet a lot of other smaller indies, especially smaller indies that do notice them. I've seen a lot of people do this on Twitter. It's again nothing that suspicious, but it does create the notion of them, just wanting attention, and that still would be pretty normal when it comes to that sort of behavior. But it moves on. There's more things to it. 900 followers. The VTubing community is so epic. We love you all. But then, digging a little bit under the surface of what this whole thing is about, you go to the website that's linked in their Twitter profile. And there's this. Join the waitlist. Join the waitlist to get early access to the global VTubers ones and win extra perks for being part of our community. Well, isn't that something that social media websites, social media platforms do? What is this whole VTuber Awards thing and what's behind it? Well, if you look down below, here's a contact link to crew at locust.io. So what is Logcast? Like, what's behind this whole thing? And what is Oshi? Because the VTuber Awards is powered by something that's called Oshi. Well, let me show you the ways of what this thing is about. First of all, Logcast. This is the Logcast official YouTube channel. The description of it says, Logcast trademark is a social audio network empowering the next generation of audio creators. Built out of Sweden, the app lets people record, share, and monetize short-form audio updates, known as logs, instantly with one tap. For the first time, podcasting has been made social. Follow friends, join conversations, share your ideas, and earn money directly from your listeners. And this is once again something not really out of the ordinary. It's just a really small tech startup that does has its own sort of social media platform where you can share audio recordings with other people and kind of also paywall it in order to earn some revenue. And then you dig just a little bit deeper and you notice that they're trying to monetize things already with this really small VTuber account, and they're already thinking about merch ideas. Into VTuber Awards merch. Me? Nah. But then you go to their YouTube channel and you take a look at their stances when it comes to VTubing. And there's one particular video there that really grabbed my attention, and it's called VTubers and the Future of AI-Powered Avatars. So let's watch that one in full so you can see what this whole company is all about.
How are you all?
This is from a special presentation one of their CEOs had when it comes to virtual avatars and VTubing in general, and how it connects to AI-powered avatars. And you probably can already tell where this is going, but let's have the CEO, Lenny, talk about it herself. And I'll interrupt whenever it's necessary.
Wow, so cool to see you all. I wish it was a bit brighter, but I can see all of your faces. My name is Lenny Andronicus. I am founder and CEO at Logcast. Thank you. We build conversational AI to bring digital identities to life. I was born in Australia. I have Greek heritage, and I've been building tech in Stockholm, Sweden for the last 6 years. The amazing people at Reflect asked me to come and talk a little bit about digital clones and how we can all in this room create our own AI-powered avatars.
If you're interested in a specific controversy that was recently on people's minds, is it connects to a YouTuber later turned quote-unquote VTuber called Cop. He used to be a very popular Minecraft and then in real life YouTube content creator. And at some point, he decided to replace himself and replace his content with a VTuber, but not a normal VTuber, an AI scripted, AI generated VTuber that also has AI generated content. And this in turn, funnily enough, generated its own controversy because the guy essentially wants to replace entertainment with computer-generated entertainment, removing all of the soul that comes with online entertainers. And considering the way he did that with such amount of arrogance and saying that this is the future, that everyone is going to be replaced by machines that just spout out machine generated content, well, that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. But that's something you can watch, as I will link it in the video description. But let's have Lani continue on her talk about AI generated and AI powered avatars.
I've been working in entertainment tech now for almost 15 years. I was the first digital director for MTV more than 10 years ago now, and since then have gone on to work with some amazing companies like Spotify, American Express. I actually started to work in artificial intelligence back in 2019, actually, when I started work for a Swedish company called Furhat Robotics. Furhat developed the most advanced social robot. This robot here behind me was programmed with its own human intelligence and personality. And I remember my first day, I sat down with Furhat and had a conversation with him, and it's safe to say I became hooked. So we're here, I think it's the 21st of September, 2023, and we're in this beautiful town in Cyprus. But I want us to use our imaginations, because all of us have just jumped on a flight and taken a trip to the year 2030. As we step off the plane, we are greeted by holographic signs guiding us through the airport. As we go outside the airport, we're greeted by a virtual reality. Big buildings are adorned with digital vines, and all of the offices that you see behind me have their own virtual realms inside. As we hit the streets, it's obvious that avatars are enabling people to be social and walk through the streets. Humans are wearing physical fashion, but they're also adorned with digital fashion as well. And it's not unusual to see people walking down with some of their favorite fictional characters by their side. But imagine meeting an avatar that was not just a pre-programmed puppet, but its own entity who could laugh at your jokes, cry with you, even have a creative debate with you. This might sound like science fiction, but with the advancements in AI and machine learning models, we are actually able to bring this reality to life, for all of us in this room. So 2030 was pretty fun, wasn't it? We took a trip to the future together.
This prospect of having such a future seems kind of cool, but once she actually ties it into the topic of our video, you'll see how creepy this all becomes and how manipulative it becomes.
But now I want us to get on another plane and go back to Japan in 2007. Who's been to Japan? Nice, cool place, right? Super wild. What we're talking about today actually was a cultural phenomenon born in Japan in the year 2007 with something called VTubers, virtual identities. I want to introduce you to Hatsune Miku, which was the first.
And here where it becomes very incompetent, and this is gonna continue all throughout the video. Hatsune Miku is not a VTuber. A VTuber is a virtual YouTuber, and that whole thing, that whole concept was first named by Kizuna Ai, but which Lenny will talk about. But again, Hatsune Miku is just a Vocaloid. This is not a VTuber.
AI-powered pop star. She was the first artist in the world to prove that an artificial intelligence could build an audience of millions, could captivate the hearts and the minds of millions of fans in Japan, but also around the world. This is her performing a live show in 2017.
Very bad audio mixing during this presentation, but that's neither here and there.
Next, I want to introduce you to my friend Kuzana.
Pronounced wrong.
Kuzana is another AI-powered digital and
Completely wrong. The AI part, Kizuna I, Kizuna AI, that's a gimmick. That's a character gimmick that Kizuna had for her virtual avatar, because she kind of pretended to be this computer algorithm that just talks to you. Whereas if you know VTubing and you're on this channel, so I assume you know VTubing, Kizuna I had a voice actress behind her, of course, as most VTubers do, as the vast majority of VTubers do. So having this notion of saying that Kizuna I is AI powered somehow is just completely wrong, and it's very embarrassing, considering this is an official presentation that is supposed to sell people on something. But let's continue.
entertainer, and she amassed in her first year of being an artist 4 million subscribers on YouTube. This is her performing a concert in Tokyo.
This seems wrong according to my knowledge. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't think she got 4 million her first year. I don't think she did. I think that's completely on Gogura. Again, might be wrong about some of the numbers, some of the facts. VTubing is so vast nowadays, but I think this is wrong.
To 120,000 fans in the audience. Thank you, Kazana. She's so cool, right? So you might sound like this is super crazy and in the future, but actually today, there are 20,000 VTubers, 20,000 virtual entertainers. Many of them are in Japan.
I'm quite sure there's more than that, even now.
But this number is predicted to grow to 50 million by 2030. What makes me so excited is this gives humans like you and I
wonder who predicted that. That sounds a little bit hyperbolic. When it comes to tech advances, and when it comes to internet stuff where VTubers thrive, when it comes to the exchange of popular trends, some things can die out pretty quickly. I don't see VTubers dying off this quickly, but saying that they will grow to such extraordinary numbers is a statement for sure. I don't know where she got that prediction, but let's keep her to her word. Let's wait a few years to see where this goes.
the opportunity to be whoever we want to be. We can have multiple identities, each representing different parts of our personality. So now we go back to AI and where we are today and how this started back in 2007 in Japan, but where we're heading now to the future. The fact that you're all here sitting in the room, it seems like you're very passionate about tech and AI and bringing this to the world. So thank you for bringing your energy to our industry. Many of you will know that we actually started back with deep learning, showing us that we can start to train a computer to classify various types of data like images, video, audio, and language. Now, where we are today, we're in the generative stage, where we actually take that input data, like video, audio, and actually use that to produce new data, like images and videos. But what's coming next is the third wave of AI, which is more interactive content. And for 3 years, we've been building our platform, which is a voice-based app, because we are 100% bullish that conversation and language is going to be the next computing interface. Just like we use our
I mean, considering how much people already talk to ChatGPT and other platforms like that, this is not too out there of a statement to make.
phone and our computer today to type and give commands, we will actually move towards a language-based model of interacting with computers and AI. I guess that some of you want to program your own AI, and that's why you're here today. Has anyone done it yet? Anyone have a clone of themselves?
And this is where it gets extra creepy to me.
Great, a whole new fresh audience. We do this today, but we do it for VTubers. So we take the personality and intelligence of these entertainers, and we help them program their consciousness into their anime character. Why? You might think that's a very random thing to do with your time. And it's because there's such a huge opportunity right now around VTubing, but there's one problem. It takes too much human time. These VTuber girls, they must be there performing live with their real voice behind the stage. As you watch their hologram performing, there's a real artist behind the screen. Or when they live stream to their fans on YouTube, again, it's the human behind the laptop actually streaming live. But what we want to do is help them scale that and automate that. So we allow the human to train the intelligence and train the personality of their digital identity.
You know, removing the human out of VTubing, the aspect that people love about VTubing is people using VTuber avatars to enhance their own personalities, their own human elements in order to entertain you. So let's take all of that away. Let's automate that process because it takes too much time. And you know, these creators that have a passion for entertaining other people, they have better things to do than sit in front of the computer or in a mock-up dance outfit, whatever, you know, practicing their dance moves and stuff like that. Let's remove all of that and let's have AI mapping map their personality. Let's have AI mapping map all of their content in order to create AI generated agents to basically replace the human out of it. Fun, isn't it? Don't you want to listen and be entertained by the favorite copy of Gagura this month when Gura isn't streaming for the 28th time this month?
We do that through a process called personality mapping, which takes the essence of your personality, all of your memories, your mannerisms, your speech patterns, and we basically create a blueprint of you. We then use NLP, natural language processing, and machine learning to learn from different text and voice interactions. All of your emails, all of your conversations with your friends, or in the case of a VTuber, we take all of the live streams you've ever done and we start to learn from there.
And I understand how there's a lot of you Neurosama fans out there. Neurosama, which is an AI powered VTuber, but people understand, fans of Neurosama understand that this is a gimmick and that there's no replacing the actual flesh and blood creator that is there for you, that gives you a genuine experience, not some computer generated copy that's like a corpse puppeteered by a machine.
When it comes to people like you or VTubers, the process of cloning your AI is very similar. We start with data collection. So we start to collect this massive pool of training data. Just as I said, your emails, your conversations with friends. And then we go through the process. For those of you who don't want to be a pop star, I mean, there's still time for you, but there are also everyday use cases for creating your own digital clone. Who here is an entrepreneur? Nice. Very cool. Who's here is an investor? Nice. We are all very busy people, and so by able to create a digital clone of yourself, you can scale yourself beyond your physical self. So imagine,
You know, yeah, your avatar can do all of the business decisions that you don't want to make. I understand how this could be useful for things like navigation, like, you know, you want to get around town and you ask this AI-powered navigator to direct you towards specific places in a city or town. It's very useful and has practical appliances, but using this for entertainment, where the human element is so important to the overall factor of all of this, is just outright not understanding what VTubing is about, and is a profound mischaracterization of what VTubing is about. It's just completely missing the point.
imagine having a virtual assistant available 24 hours of the day. While you sleep, while you eat, it can continue to operate your business. Also scaling yourself, if you can only be in one place at one time, your digital clone can be in another country interacting with other digital clones. And of course, being 24/7 available.
You sure you want to do that? You sure you want to leave decision making to what is essentially a machine that's just trying to emulate what you are? That apparently is so good at mapping your decision making that you don't need to be there. Think about the implications and the potential errors something like that can make. These people are so sure that they have it all figured out. Whereas to me, it kind of seems like they're blowing smoke up you, or you know what.
There are some challenges that we are, of course, going to face. And I love challenges because this tells me that we're at the beginning of an emerging market. And as an entrepreneur, that's the best place that you want to be, when there's challenges, when there's roadblocks. One thing is humans remaining in control, right? We want to be able to give autonomy to machines to operate on behalf of us, but we all
For specific tasks that do not require critical thinking or making important decisions. But everything else, keep that stuff away, please. You don't know the repercussions of things like this.
also want to make sure that we stay in full control of those machines. So that is one challenge. How do we remain in control? The second is privacy. We are going to give a lot of permissions to our AI to access our own personal data, right? But as humans, we want to make sure that that data is safe from particular organizations or particular governments. And lastly, something that we need to be also very careful of is recursive self-improvement. I don't think any of us in this room want to let our little AI go off and improve itself and update its code without us knowing about it. I'm sure there'll be some questions about regulation. Happy to chat about that later, but thank you for coming on this journey with me. We went to Cyprus together, we went to Japan together. I hope you had fun. I did, and you can reach me directly here if you want to talk. But thank you so much.
And that's the presentation. But there is more to it, because the VTuber Awards are also powered by something called Oshi. And Oshi is another side of Logcast's business. And it has a similar thing going on when it comes to misunderstanding VTubers as this whole AI-powered VTubing thing that Lani was talking about for the last 12 minutes. But, you know, let's continue and see where that went. And at that point, and here's something also involving a Twitter account again. We can't share it just yet, but you guys are gonna freak when we announce the main prize of the VTuber Awards. I wonder what that's gonna be, considering how AI entrenched this whole thing is, the whole thing surrounding it. And here's a Medium post from Logcast's official blog that explains to you what Oshi actually is, the whole thing that powers the VTuber Awards. And as you can already see, they're promoting themselves with what looks like VTuber AI generated art. Very cool, very cool. Let's read this whole article from June 26th of this year. Warner Music artists joined Oshi by Logcast, deepening the connections between fans, VTubers, and idols. Since its soft launch last month, Oshi by Logcast, the streaming platform connecting VTubers and idols with fans around the world, has offered fans an unprecedented opportunity to delve into the personalities of these digital entertainers beyond their visual avatars. VTubers are a cultural phenomenon born in Japan and now growing fast around the world. They create content by making use of their voice and characters or avatars only, usually in anime style. Just like their real-life creator colleagues, the VTubers vlog, play video games, and chat with millions of fans around the world. They're most famous for one thing: their voice. Oshi understands the challenges faced by VTubers when it comes to creating content. The process typically demands a significant investment of time and resources, as VTubers have to dedicate extensive hours to live streaming while also incurring substantial expenses to create and maintain their avatar. However, with the Oshi platform, VTubers no longer need to worry about the intricacies of avatar creation or live streaming. Instead, they can focus what they do best: recording engaging voice content. And once again, this whole business does not understand what makes VTubers attractive. No, VTubers aren't just their voice. The voice is a medium that is used to transfer their entertainment value to their audiences. And just their voice is not it. The process of live streaming, updating your avatar and things like this is all part of VTubing, what makes it attractive. And again, you can't remove that from VTubing and just focus on the voice, because then you just can, be a singer. You don't have to be a VTuber. This has very little to do with VTubing. Let's continue reading this weird article. Oshi enables VTubers to effortlessly share their voice recording with fans on a 24/7 content cycle, allowing for a more flexible and manageable content creation process and a revenue stream. This streamlined approach empowers VTubers to prioritize their creativity and engagement with fans, fostering an environment of continuous content delivery and deeper fan connections. Mind you, Oshi is only available in Japan exclusively for Apple devices, for mobile Apple devices. And saying that it, fosters a continuous content delivery environment and a deeper fan connection is just completely not true, because the way this platform actually operates is that you can record anything with your voice on it and then just put it out there, sharing it with other people that follow your account, so on and so forth. And the way you earn a revenue stream out of it is either via ads, I think, but the other method that is confirmed is just paywalling the content on there. But let's continue reading. Oshi's innovative features have created a virtual space where fans can create content with VTubers in ways that were previously unimaginable. No, you cannot record your voice and put it on YouTube for others to listen to. No, you can't do that. The app offers a personalized feed that showcases voice streams, behind-the-scenes content, private chats, group conversations, and more, allowing fans to gain insight day-to-day lives and unique personalities of their favorite VTubers and idols. Everything you can do on other streaming platforms already, so this innovation is just not there, and this is just all PR marketing stuff that serves to obscure that they are not offering anything new, like at all. Moving on. Through Oshi, fans can engage in real-time interactions, participate in voice chats, and pay to unlock bonus content and experiences. You know, you can just do the same with memberships on YouTube, but whatever. Fostering a sense of community while offering VTubers invaluable new revenue streams. This two-way communication opens up new avenues for collaboration and creativity, enriching the fan-idol relationship. We are excited by the progress Oshi has made since its soft launch in Japan earlier this year, says Lenya Andronikos, CEO of Lofcast, which we already met in that video. By providing an unfiltered view into the personalities of VTubers and idols, we are breaking new ground in the realm of digital entertainment. Sure we are. Oshi aims to cultivate deeper connections between fans and VTubers, enabling fans to truly understand and appreciate the incredible individuals behind the avatars. Oshi's success in facilitating genuine connections has bolstered by the support of local entertainment giants including Bandai Namco and Warner Music Japan, who signed recording artist Alice Peralta joined the platform as an Oshi last month. Alice's global fanbase and her captivating personality have proven to be driving force behind Oshi's growth, attracting both Japanese and international fans to the platform. As we continue to refine and expand the Oshi platform, we further enhance the fan experience, allowing fans for even more immersive interactions and deeper understanding of the personalities and inspirations of VTubers. Oshi is available for download on iOS devices exclusively in Japan. Fans can visit the App Store to connect with their favorite VTubers and idols. It's always a funny thing that none of these tech startups, especially the ones that have social media platforms, all streaming platforms, they never openly share their numbers if they're not making significant progress on that front. So Oshi and Lowcast, to my knowledge, has not shared how much of a success they have. They just shared in what countries their Lowcast is available, and Oshi only being available to Japan strictly limits their reach, and nobody actually knows how many users this whole thing has when it comes to Japan alone. But who knows? What's important here is that you have to understand what's behind this VTuber Awards show, and I believe I presented that fairly well. If you want to be featured on this, do know that these are the people that are behind this. People that profoundly do not understand why VTubing is popular and what makes it so attractive to both new creators and their fans. It's not removing the human element out of it and automating everything via AI generated algorithms and things like that. It's once again the human element. It's the genuine personality behind the avatar. And you cannot copy that with a machine and have it be genuine with you. It won't tell you what exactly it did during the day. It's just gonna look into its own database for a specific answer to your query if you ask it something. It's not a real person. It's just an emulation of a person. And use it to acquire knowledge. Use these AI chat programs for that sort of thing. Or if you want to do other stuff with it, I guess you can roleplay. Many people use those for that purpose. But for VTubing, part of the entertainment industry that's so interconnected with flesh and blood humans, you cannot do that. And for all of you that are following this VTuber Awards account and are so giddy about getting into this whole thing, please look a little bit deeper into this if you would really want to be associated with people that have no idea what they're talking about and they're just trying to sell you a product. Keep yourself safe in this last day of October, because creepy, spooky tech startup CEOs are out there to get your money, and lie to you. But for right now, that's everything, and I do hope to see you on the next one.